Hey guys, welcome back. The title of this video is going to be Surround Yourself with Smart, Successful People. Surround yourself with smart, successful people. Now, there's two ways in which you need to manage this, is in your real life and in your virtual life, okay? Now, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to surround yourself with smart, successful people? Well, because it's contagious, all right? Success is contagious. When you surround yourself with success, you want to be success, all right? It's going to rub off on you, right? You're going to admire that and want to be successful, whatever that means. You know, it could mean different things for different people. You know, maybe for you, it's having money. And maybe for another person, it's van life, right? Or maybe it's the minimalist life. Whatever success means to you is who you want to surround yourself with, okay? And like I said, you want to do this both in your real life and in your virtual life, okay? How do you do this with your, let's just take your real life, for example, right? How are you going to do this? Well, you probably want to go places and surround yourself where those type of people are, you know? Ask yourself this question. Are you gonna find super smart, successful people at the bar or at a party or, I don't know, you know, you get the point, right? Or are you gonna find smart, successful people at the library, right? Or the coffee shop, maybe the airport? You know, there are smart, successful people there too. A lot of business people go through airports and you hear about stories about, oh, I met this guy, I met this gal at the airport, and guess what? We started a business. You hear weird stories like that, right? So your environment matters in your real world. Your environment matters where you hang out, where you spend your time, okay? So that can help you find and be around smart, successful people. They're going to rub off on you. They're going to give you ideas. Maybe you find a business idea. Maybe you start a business with one of these people. Who knows, right? So that's your real world, you know, as well as your family. If you have a big family, hang out with the smart and successful ones, okay? Maybe spend a little less time with the ones who, may not be all there, right? So that's your real world, you know, that's a hard one to navigate for sure. I hope you get out there and find those smart, successful people. Don't be a hermit. You know, you got to get out there and meet people. So that's that. Now your virtual life, right? What does this mean? Well, I know you got your phone on you at all times. I know you may have a tablet, your TV, whatever it is, and you're watching YouTubers like me. Right? Or you've got influencers on Facebook or TikTok, whatever it is, okay? Pay attention to their nuances. Pay attention to what they're saying, right? Do they have a positive go-getter attitude if that's what you need, right? If that's where you want to be, right? Or do they have like a negative Nancy attitude? Are they a doom and gloomer, right? Is the economy going to crash? That type of stuff, right? That's not going to get you to the next level, all right? You want to surround yourself with smart, successful, capable people, right? Who have a proven track record, all right? And you got to do this with your judgment. You have to make good judgments on what these people are saying. Pay attention to their nuances, you know. Do they only have one or two clever things to say, right? And if that's all they have to say, take what you can and move on, okay? Move on if you have to, all right? And this might happen over time to where, you know, you might find a good influencer or a good YouTuber and they're at a certain level of success, right? And then you evolve to that level and then you move up, right? You move on to someone else who maybe has more success, right? Even myself, I'm just a middle class, you know, average middle class successful person. there's probably people who are way above me, right? Who understand how to leverage, wealth or whatever. It's crazy. There's so many different types of people out there that you can surround yourself with that, the possibilities are endless, all right? So you might move on throughout your life. And I recommend that, even for me, my influencers, like, I'll give you one, for example, Jeremy Lefebvre, super successful. A lot of people think he's a fraud because he's got his stock trading private group, and, he's had some sponsors that he had some bad goings with, like with FTX and all that. But I still believe he's successful. But, I don't go on his channel all the time. I take what I can, right? Every now and then I'll pop into his channel, check out what he's talking about, and that's it. I've kind of moved on because I don't have cash to deploy in the stock market every day. I wish I did, but that's the thing, take what you can from certain YouTubers, honestly, and surround yourself with smart, successful people on there as well. All right, pay attention to what they have to say. All right, if they're talking down to you all day, be careful about that, because that can rub off on you, okay? It can lower your motivation for getting the job done, right? So just be aware of that. I'll give you guys some stories of how I surrounded myself with smart, successful people. Now, the first person in my life that I did this with was my wife, all right? My wife was super smart, still is to this day. She was an all-A student and a perfectionist, okay? And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to marry her, okay? Now, there's other reasons too, but yeah, that was a big reason. And guess what? That success rubbed off on me big time, all right? I changed, all right? And you hear this all the time about women, right, that change men for the better. Okay, there are women out there that can change you for the better. And it happened to me. I was like a BC student before I met her, and I turned into like an A student and a perfectionist and a hard worker. That rubbed off on me. Her success rubbed off on me, okay? So that was the first person in my life. The second person was a guy I worked with at a drug company called Pfizer in Holland, Michigan. He was a couple years older than me. And when I got there, we just hit it off, man. We were buds, and we're still good friends to this day. We don't hang out as much because we got families and all that. That happens. But while we were there, we always talked business. We were always hungry about business. We were young, hungry, and we wanted the world. Okay, so we'd talk about it all the time, and I knew he was a smart guy, and he was the only guy there that was getting an MBA for free. All right, he was getting a master's degree for free from Pfizer. All right, and I saw this, and guess what I did? I went back to school as well. I went back and got my master's degree in computer science and information systems, and we were the only two guys there doing that. Right? And there was like, 40 people in this lab. Now, some of them were at different points in their life. They weren't as hungry and young as we were, and that's okay. But we were the only two there talking about that and doing that, all right? And we also talked about the stock market quite a bit. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if I would have actually put in 6% of my income into my 401 if it wasn't for this guy. Right, the second guy I'm talking about. I'm not going to give his name, but yeah, super smart, super capable, and to this day, he's like a VP at this company out in San Francisco or something like that. So there you go. Surround yourself with smart, successful people. Another example. My third example is my brother. My brother is a badass hacking programmer, man. This guy, 24 years ago, won this programming competition and won like $1,000 because he wrote this karaoke monster web thing where he was doing like karaoke with the web. This was before, you had Google and ChatGPT, and you didn't even have all the tools you had. He was doing this raw dog JavaScript crazy code, okay? And he also wrote this crazy program called Memory Crawler, and it was like Facebook before Facebook even existed, okay? He should resurrect that thing because it was badass. It was a little ugly. It looked like the 90s kind of thing, but it was sweet, man. I'm telling you, it was cool. And it was fun too. It had this little spider that was crawling around the screen. It was awesome, man. It was like the times of Flash and all these technologies that are gone today. But anyways, but he was super smart, and I saw this in him. And 10 years later, I hired him on my team, and he still works with me today, right? We're still building great technology together, okay? And so I knew this, and I'm like, hey, let's do this, right? Let's create a great product together. And we're doing it to this day. We created another product like 2 years ago, all right? And we're working on the next generation product, right? We keep doing that stuff. And so, and that success, you know, his success rubbed off on me. I try to strive and do better than him half the time, you know, and he's trying to do the same thing. So it's like it's more of a competitive thing. You know, that's more of a brother thing probably. But that's the thing. You got to recognize that, all right? Surround yourself with smart, capable people, and it'll help you. It'll get you to the next level. So hopefully this tip helps, and hopefully you guys find people and have people like that in your lives. And if not, go find them, okay? So everyone have a great day, and thanks for coming. Take a look at my previous video, and thanks, guys. Bye.